Well, hello everybody and welcome along to the Foxworth Autosport Fantasy League. It's time for round number 4, round Bathurst in Australia. I'm joined as always by Foxworth himself. How are you today, my friend?
Doing great. This is the first time I've answered this question. Don't ask any questions.
I don't seem to be very lucky with recording processes. We've had internet issues today, as we did in the stream, so yes.
Did you click record? I just want to...
I did, don't worry. I'm a consummate professional, okay? I just want everybody to know that. But yeah, we're here around Bathurst, round number 4. I mean, the Oval certainly threw up some surprises and some changes in the championship points positions. So, yeah, it can be interesting to see how they go around here.
Yeah, absolutely. If there's one thing that Bathurst can provide, it's chaos, especially in the mountain section.
Yeah, these drivers have been on the limit in the practice session that we've just watched. They're really wringing the neck of the cars around here. You would expect chaos and lots of crashes, but they'll have to go some way to match the chaos of the Super Speedway last time out. But yeah, we'll see. 44 cars, it will be about surviving that mountain section. But I think we're back to one of those tracks where I think qualifying is going to be quite important, because half the track here, it's even for this kamikaze AI, it's going to be pretty difficult for them to overtake through that mountain section. So have you got your eye on for this one in terms of, you know, where we're looking with the championship now? Current championship leader is...
That would be a good thing to have up. Hulu, which you're already on here, so I feel like you knew that, and you're withholding information from me. That is okay.
I didn't need you to check. I just wanted you to comment.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's a very bad link. Don't worry.
yeah, no, it's yeah. I've done my brain is fried. Yeah. Anyway, it's pretty much just mush up there at this point.
I think qualifying is going to be important here. I don't expect to see as many crashes as you would expect around this circuit, but considering what we've seen from this AI very much going against form throughout the season, I wouldn't put it past them. But I think what we will see, as we see demonstrated even on qualifying there, as Karen Horner barges Jarno Russell out the way, is we're going to see some incredible wheel-to-wheel racing over the top of this mountain, because they have no fear, this AI. It took me a while to perfect it, but they go for moves that no other sane sim racing driver would, and that's going to be the fun of it today, I think.
Speaking of Ayrton Senna,
Yes. He's not having the best season so far, is he?
no, he's not. He is down in 28th. So, yeah, definitely been a tough season for Ayrton Senna. I don't think he was expecting to have such tough competition like Jeff Goldblum up there. Yeah, he may come in too cocky, you know, 3-time Formula 1 world champion. Thought this would be a run in the park. Maybe he can get his head down and make some late results this season.
Yeah, I mean, and quite right too, right? When you look at the grid and you're lined up a bunch against some cartoon characters, some Hollywood actors, some memes, you know, you probably wouldn't expect much competition, but it's definitely been there this season as Liam, Ayrton Senna and Karen Horner go wheel to wheel. That just highlights the levels of this league, right? We've got a very good sim racer that we all know and love, a made-up fictional character, and a 3-time world champion, all going wheel to wheel on the qualifying lap.
Yeah, I was a little worried about the overtaking here, but we've already seen multiple overtakes as Karen Horner does our first sub 2-minute lap.
Yeah, I would expect with the fuel to start burning off, we're going to see times go down to around about 1 minute 56, so we've got a long way to go yet. Fuel is pretty important around this track.
Is that a 58? I can't...
So 58 from Michael Verstappen, yep, and
Okay.
I would expect them to
Little bit.
continue tumbling another couple of seconds yet.
Yeah, a little bit grainy on the old Discord stream.
I mean, as long as you can hear me, that's an improvement on the 2 times we've tried this already.
I can indeed hear you. I mean, what? What'd you say?
As Gerhard Berger puts himself to the top of the times, that's a bit more representative. A 1:57.8, but I would still expect 56 for pole around here.
Martin Brundle up to the top. Maybe this is a good day for some F1 legends to finally get some good results.
Well, if there's going to be a driver's track on this calendar, it'd be this, right? It's very technical. A track where these cars really don't belong. So, yeah, maybe they can start getting some points back. But as we saw from the Oval, this championship's a long way from done. Just 2 points covering the top 2 in the team's championship, and less than a race win covering about the top 15 in the drivers. So, this is going to be important, but there's going to be many different swings throughout this season, I think, in both championships.
Yeah, absolutely. Long way to go. We still got that accordion effect to come. So I'm hoping by the end, nearly anyone could win this title, just with the range of results that every driver gets.
Yeah, so I think it's 1 point for last, isn't it? For 44th. So there's the potential for up to a 99-point difference between the leader and whoever else going into the final race that could still technically win it. So yeah,
exactly.
Don't expect a final race when we get there of us blow by blow of who's leading the championship, because we're just not going to know until we work it all out, I think. But we could be proved wrong. Someone might get the luck of the draw, might start putting in some strong results. We'll have to wait and see as George Trulli goes to the top of the times.
Followed by Jackson Storm already. Storm into pole. Oh, Gerhard Berger's coming down. The first 150. Well, that was a crash back there. Who was that?
That would be Fernando Alonso. Look at this camera work we've got now. That's a Benetton front wing. So it's either Verstappen or...
Johnny Schumacher.
It's Johnny Schumacher. Alonso, wheel to wheel. And Johnny Schumacher. That's a big instant.
Fantastic job from Natalie Pinkman to get around the outside there. Not make any additional contact. Yeah, massive wreck in qualifying.
Yeah, I mean, any other motorsport event, that would be a penalty. But not in this series. We don't do those. So
absolutely not. It is encouraged. In fact, we are paying these drivers to take each other out.
Exactly. We want that excitement, right? I think, that's going to be one of the flash points of the circuit, is that final corner. Very similar to the final chicane at Spa. I think we're going to see a lot of drivers going wheel to wheel there and not quite getting it right. As we now have the checker flag out. So we'll wait to see. There'll be a lot of drivers still on laps. As Safso, much in need of some points for the side-by-side racing. That's a good time from him, and I think even if there's some improvements, he's still going to see himself nicely in the top 10 from there. Gianno Russell now goes into P4. Pulu looking pretty good at the moment. P6, current championship leader, not bad.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, he comes tumbling down the order. Is he still on a lap, or is that it?
He has crossed the line, so he'll be finished for this one. So it's Michael Verstappen that's now gone to the top. George Trulli improves again.
Peter from that. Jeff Goldblum.
Oh! Could this be his day? Finally, could find a way racing have a good result?
Let's just hope they could find some points.
I mean, Samuel Jackson not bad in the top 20 as well. So, could this be the turnaround? We'll have to wait and see.
Crossing the line? Is this his final lap right here?
This is Samuel Jackson's final attempt here.
Is he going to improve? He does!
P4.
Second and fourth. Fantastic work from Life Could Find a Way Racing. Maybe the turnaround Liam is looking for.
Absolutely. Hudson Hornet up into P7 then. Bertrand Zanardi finishes his lap but doesn't improve. Oh, he did. Yeah, he's P9.
Pulu in second. Oh. He was on a lap.
He was, you're quite right. I got that wrong. He must have just about got across in time.
So championship leader up on the front row of the grid as we speak. Where is Cecil?
Cecil is currently last. He hasn't put in a lap time.
Hasn't put in a lap time? What?
I don't know. I feel like this needs investigation. It looks like he's been in the pit lane most of the session, which suggests to me he's had an almighty crash that's caused some big old repair for his team. There he is. So in a minute he should be back out on. Oh, he's just pitted. Okay.
Interesting.
Not sure. Maybe they want to start at the back. I don't know. It's a very interesting choice from Memes to the Moon there, but
Pit lane start for Cecil, the person in second. I guess the line in second, technically.
no, but he won't have a pit lane start, but he will have an extra grid slot ahead of him because he'll be behind. Oh no, he's just ahead of my AI as I see it, so he should be okay.
You're an AI?
Oh, or my. Yes. Do you not know from how perfectly I execute these commentaries that I am an AI?
Well, a really good AI wouldn't execute perfectly, so.
Damn, he's found me out. Okay, so we have Michael Verstappen taking his first pole position of the season. Pulu lines up alongside him, the championship leader. Great result from him. Jeff Goldblum will start P3. I've got to say, must be his best qualifying of the season, and much needed, although considering the chaos he's caused so far, I wouldn't expect him to hold it for much longer. Then we have Gerhard Berger, P4. Lando Calrissian. Samuel Jackson, another great qualifying performance from one of our drivers that's been in the wars a little too often. Speaking of in the wars, George Trulli has also been in the wars a lot, as has Saf Safso. So very interesting top 10 so far for a lot of people that need some good points. And then running back from there, then we have Hudson Hornet, Bertrand Zanardi, Jarno Russell, Kazuma Sato, Natalie Pinkham, James Vowles, Susie Wolf, Jake Dennis. Again, good qualifying. Definitely going to get the strategy wrong, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. Anybody starting behind him? Richard Attenborough, Harambe, Ted Kravitz, Ayrton Senna, Jules Villeneuve, Liam Bridesmaid, David Attenborough, Peter Bonington, Matt Neal, John Major, Jackson Storm, Pierre Lacroix, Walter White, Heinz Harold Hill, Flavio Briatore, Karen Horner, Paul Disaster, 8, Mine Polecat, Martin Brundle, Han Solo, James Ensby, Johnny Schumacher, Fernando Alonso, Jack Villeneuve, Lucius Augustus, Jesse Pinkman, and starting at the back then is our current championship trailer in P2, Cecil. So yeah, interesting. I mean, a lot of people out of position, a lot of people a lot further forward than normal, and some very weird grid selection from the guys at Bathurst here. I'm not quite sure why they've left such a gap between everybody.
Hopefully it cuts down on start incidents, but I just gotta point out the consistency of Pulu starting up front and Mine Polecat starting from the back.
That is very much the form for those two, isn't it? From what we've seen so far in this championship anyway.
Wasn't it swapped in the test races?
Probably, yeah. I feel like Polecat was right out there.
Yeah.
You won the team's championship with those two, though, didn't you? From memory.
I believe so. Did we actually? I think we. Yeah, I think so.
But again,
you have the spreadsheet.
These are I do. And I also commentated on them alongside you, so you know, either of us should know really, but we don't.
I don't remember last week, let alone a month ago.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, just goes to show, you know, it's random AI. It very much is. So anything could happen. And, you know, don't put it past Polecat finishing above Pulu in the end, the standings at the end. So we'll have to wait and see. Here we go then, getting ready to go green at round number 4 here. Michael Verstappen will lead us away. Good start. Looks like all of the front three are pretty equal. And then there's going to be a swarm in the background. It's going to be all about the slipstream down to turn 3. Michael Verstappen gets away well. Looking back through the field then. We got any incidents? Looks like it's all fairly clean so far.
That's the most shocking thing I think I've seen.
Well, we've still got the mountains to come, so we'll have to wait and see as they create a swarm down to turn 3 then. Michael Verstappen does lead us away. Jeff Goldblum has got himself ahead of Pulu. But worryingly for him, he is alongside someone. Oh no, he's ahead. Good move. Gerhard Berger looks like he wants a piece of our championship lead as he dives down the inside in turn 5 there. But has to back out of it for another lap. And now they will come through the mountain.
The championship.
He does. Lando Calrissian's looking very feisty, and I think he actually lost out a little there, unfortunately. Looks like, oh, James Ensby. That's not good.
Ooh, just got shunted, and that was, oh, Han Solo, Lando's teammate.
Yeah, so going wheel to wheel. No, neither wanted to back out, and yeah, a little bit of contact. Fortunately, most of the guys have come through. Lucius Augustus managed to find his way through as well. And unsurprisingly, James Ensby is back in the pits then. As we lead ourselves through for the first time then. So it's still Michael Verstappen from Jeff Goldblum. Pulu is recovering from his bad start. He's back in the tow of Jeff Goldblum there. Gerhard Berger, Lando Calrissian. It looks like Samuel Jackson wants to make a move. That's someone ahead. That's Gerhard Berger defending very early there.
Yeah, it's very consistent on the AI defending for sure.
Yeah, they just want to make sure that you know they're defending.
Which is nice of them, I guess.
Oh, there's contact.
Oh!
That's Jarno Russell.
Russell.
And that's Bertrand Zanardi. Oh, no. Oh, I've accidentally gone to the end of the race. Hang on. Oh, there's more contacts happening. This is not good. Oh, so, yeah, again, it's wheel-to-wheel contact. Zanardi in the barrier. And then I might use a different camera for this because it's not liking the look of that. I think we're going to see some more contacts as we go through. And that's Martin Brundle. And who was that off at 1,000,000 miles an hour? It's one of the Benettons again.
Schumacher.
It's
Johnny Schumacher. Again, same corner from qualifying. Oh, he went over the fence.
Oh, no. So let's have a look at this. There's obviously already the accident ahead. I don't see any yellow flags, so I might blame the track organisers for that one. But yeah, Martin Brundle's just going to... Oh, that's a big one.
Lands in the crowd.
I hope
we're going to have to...
Hopefully everybody is okay.
Gonna have to give some complimentary tickets for next season once they recover from their injuries.
Yeah, absolutely then. So that final corner proving a flashpoint again. So we got Bertrand Zanardi, Martin Brundle, Jarno Russell, James Ensby, oh, let's just update the order. Johnny Schumacher, Martin Brundle, Jarno Russell, James Ensby, and Bertrand Zanardi are the cars in the pits at the moment there.
That's 2 of Mario's cars and a lot of F1 legends already out of this race. Obviously, they're going to fix it up and get back out there, but it's going to be hard to make up some laps.
Yep, Zanardi, Russell, and Schumacher are already back out. Brundle and Ensby, they're just doing the repairs now. So they, because of the long lap here, they have managed to get out on the same laps. They won't be a lap down. They'll be pleased to hear, but yeah, a long way to go. Get back from them, but we've got an almighty scrap for this final podium position then. This is Berger, Pulu, Lando and Samuel Jackson all scrapping away for this final position on the podium right now. Oh no, I think something's happened to Liam. I'm just going to try and pick him up as there's chaos at the final corner. Let's just see if we can see what's happened here. It's that final corner again. Spiral over again, Fox.
Yeah, big dive bomb from Richard Attenborough or David Attenborough. Not sure, but yeah. Oh, again into that crowd. My goodness, that is a death trap. And I wonder if
I think someone else has been caught up in this that we might want to take a look at.
Oh, is that Matt Neal?
I think, unfortunately, it might be Matt Neal. It might not have been in that incident, you know. Oh, no, I've just picked the wrong camera and gone far too far back. Let's just see if we can get on board with him. I presume it's going to be at this final corner. Already scraps going off ahead. You can see Liam and... is that Liam?
Oh, was Paul Masters also in the pits?
Oh no, what a terrible day for our current championship leaders in the Drivers' Championship. I think we might be about to see what's going to happen. So those two go off into each other. And Matt Neal just can't find his way around. And then...
Tried to dodge the incident, went the wrong way.
Poor disaster. It's actually a separate incident for him then. So let's just see if we can go a little bit further into that. We will get back on board live in a minute. He's having a look at Karen Horner there. Presume there's going to be something else up the mountain. That's Polecat up the inside.
There we go, yep.
Oh, and that's a
into
big
the barrier.
crash.
think this is proving why we don't race open wheel cars, because that would have been awful in real life.
Absolutely. So those guys that have been caught up so far then. David Attenborough, Paul Disaster, Liam Bridesmaid, Bertrand Sonardi, Yano Russell, Johnny Schumacher, Matt Neal, James Ensby and Martin Brundle. Yeah, terrible day for BBW racing right now.
Yeah, and Matt Neal, David Attenborough are 3rd and 4th in the championship. So, terrible day. Pulu is shedding positions here still, but it looks like he's going to be making a net gain on all his rivals.
Well, yeah, he's defending early from this absolute mob as Hudson Hornet chucks it down the inside of Saf Safso, and he looks like he might get 2 for 1 there as he finds his way past.
What a move!
Is that Lando Calrissian who's dropped like 5 positions there?
That is, yeah.
We've got 8 and Han Solo going wheel to wheel, and there's Jesse Pinkman making his way back through, making one of his trademark from the back races. Up 13 at the moment.
Going wheel to wheel, are they going to make it? They do make it.
Yeah, absolutely. These guys giving everything over the mountain. Kind of a commitment that I could only dream of around this circuit. You can see the car moving around all over the place as they're just throwing it through this complex. Then we come back down the hill. Very tricky braking. Little lock up ahead from Pinkman. And I think they're all through for another time then. So yeah, it was a bit of a slow start, but we're starting to see some action right now. But it's still Michael Verstappen that's out ahead, followed by Jeff Goldblum, who hasn't crashed yet.
He's just waiting for it. He's building up the tension in the race. He'll unleash it, trust me.
It will come. Pulu might be doing well so far, but he's causing an almighty traffic jam at the moment. There's more contact. Who's that ahead? Oh, that's George Russell. No, it's not. It's George Trulli.
George Trulli, and is that...
That's Lando Calrissian and Susie Wolf and Hudson Hornet. Is there anyone else stuck behind this? No, there's not.
Disaster.
It is, and that's caused an almighty train. And who's that stops that? Peter Bonington.
Peter Bonington, yeah.
His car's having to go left, right, and centre to get around him. Let's see if we can see. I presume he was caught up in this initial incident. So is that Pierre Lacroix again? Don't tell me. Oh no, okay. So we need to really see what. Oh, he's just clipped the rear end there, isn't he?
Yep. I guess it caused damage that he couldn't make it back.
Let's see if we can find. Oh, there's all sorts of stuff going on here. Samuel Jackson, I think, has had a bit of an incident. Oh, he's been.
That's Martin Brundle, who's already in an incident, right?
Oh my goodness.
Did not break at all. Oh my goodness.
What has happened here?
Someone's gonna have to check if Samuel L. Jackson is okay.
He just can't get a break, this guy. He's just completely misjudged his braking zone. And yeah,
that was a dive bomb, except he didn't go for the dive. It was just a bomb.
No, absolutely. That's caused more issues on the mountain. But yeah, I mean, just imagine, you're having an okay race for a change. You're in P5. You're Samuel Jackson, and all of a sudden,
then a back marker.
You've been sent to Narnia by Martin Brundle.
Not even someone for position, a back marker.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing. These guys are starting to come out around about where the leaders are coming through. Then I think we might have more. It's just these guys making up. No, I think there's been more trouble on the mountain with 8 potentially. Yep, here we go.
What?
It seems to have been an almighty incident here. Is that Matt Neal that's crashed?
Matt Neal or Paul Disaster, yeah. And Matt Neal, he's back in the pits. So I think that's Matt Neal.
We might get a better view on board with Kasuma Sato here then. So Matt Neal has 8 having this incident. Kasuma Sato and Paul Disaster run into the back of him then. And yeah, presumably those guys are going to find themselves back in the pits. Oh, I thought this was going to be a karma race, Fox.
Yeah, I really did too.
Oh, wait. Oh, I'm not on board with a leader, that's why. Okay, so at only lap 6, I'm just going to quickly run through those guys that have been caught up in incidents, and then I'll be back over to you, Fox. So,
Oh, that was another slow car in the middle. Who was that? Is that? I think that's Johnny Schumacher again.
it is. Yeah, you're right. He's obviously come out of the pits somewhere. I can't find... Oh, there he is. Oh no, Fox, there's more stuff happening on the mountain. This is huge, by the way. For the championship. Oh, and it's that.
Oh.
It's that.
Johnny
car of
Schumacher.
Johnny Schumacher. Pulu.
Who went for the overtake?
And
Oh my goodness! Is
and
is there
crucially,
medical cars out there? Is he okay?
And crucially, the other car caught up in that. The guy that just can get no luck, he avoids the incident and then gets collected because Pulu was trying to force his way through. We'll stay on board and just see if anybody else gets caught up here. Nope. Right, I'm finding it very difficult to track this race more than ever, Fox. From the timing screens, I think only Pulu.
Was that Martin Brundle? That's Martin Brundle.
It is. It's.
Did he just go? He went flying in the wall. What?
That's another case of
I don't think his brakes are attached.
car safety here in Foxworth Autosport. We just don't care about it. He's got no grip at all. I think you're right. I think his brakes have been cut, and he has destroyed his car for about the 5th time this race. Fortunately, I don't think he's in line to be collected by anybody.
He hasn't even completed a lap yet. He's still on lap 0.
I'm desperately trying to keep up with what's happening here. It's so difficult to do. I'm not lying. Oh god, don't tell me this guy's been caught up as well. Oh no, I just think I've got the camera broken. Don't worry. Right, can we please... Oh, what's... 8 has come back out and his... Oh, that's Gerhard Berger that's... Oh no, it's Gilles Villeneuve that's caused on. We will get to what's happening in this race at some point, I promise you.
This is what's happening. What happened with Gilles Villeneuve? He is in last place in our league.
Oh, it's 8 again.
Oh.
8's all over the place. He's lost it on the curb. And Gerhard Berger's unfortunately been... Gilles Villeneuve, sorry.
Gilles Villeneuve, yeah.
Who's running in P9 as well.
Yeah, just no luck this season for the Legends, I guess.
No, absolutely. And now these guys are coming back through these lapped markers. Then you can see the angle of Samuel Jackson's front wing there is not going to be helping him at all. We still haven't got to the pit stops, but do you want to run us through the order, Fox? It's not even the halfway stage.
Absolutely. So we got Michael Verstappen still leading from pole, trying to overtake Matt Neal here. We'll stay on board just to make sure he survives going into this turn up here. Okay, Matt Neal luckily lets him through. That was much closer than he probably wanted to. And then moving down the order, we got Hudson Hornet trying to make his way through the same traffic. Again, we'll stick on board here. This is another flashpoint, and luckily Samuel Jackson stays out of the way. Moving down the order to Gerhard Berger. Up in 3rd. This is his highest running place right now. He's down in 39th in the championship, so he's hoping to bring home a podium. Then down to Richard Attenborough in 4th, and Ted Kravitz in 5th. Natalie Pinkman, Ted Kravitz's teammate, in 6th. Harambe in 7th. I think that is the highest championship contender, if you can say championship contender. He's down in 8th right now in the championship. Then we got Jake Dennis down in 8th. Heinz Harold Hill, 9th. Flavio Briatore, 10th. Karen Horner, 11th. Another championship contender managing to survive the carnage. She's down in 5th. And then we got Pierre Lacroix, the crash master himself, has yet to crash. Followed by mine, Polecat, Walter White. Walter White went down the order. He got passed. So
yeah,
they've managed
P14, so he's just behind those two, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. So they managed to dodge the chaos as well. Ayrton Senna in 15th. Jacques Villeneuve in 16th. John Major in 17th. Jesse Pinkman From the back of the field, heading. Oh, it's Han Solo next.
Yeah, I think they just. Oh, that's Zanardi there.
That is Zanardi indeed. Let's see if we can.
There's so much going on my timing screen, Fox. I don't know where to look at this minute. I see guys coming back out of the pits and immediately crashing.
Oh, he just gets on the grass.
Lost it all on his own. Fortunately,
Thankfully,
no one else gets caught up in it. And then, yeah, we got Rambe and Jake Dennis going wheel to wheel. Look at this mob of cars ahead. This is absolute
ancillary teammates. Yeah,
this is absolute madness. These two have
every
made it
position
through.
Counts.
I think
Every position counts
I
here.
think we might just go on a static for a minute just to see this absolute mob coming through, and that's
Martin Brundle.
Please don't collect him. Nobody collects him.
Oh my gosh, he's very at home with that corner.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Richard Attenborough here trying to hold on from Ted Kravitz, Hudson Hornet, Jesse Pinkman, all having good races at the moment, but we know that that really might not last at all. With the, I'm trying to see if there's a camera we can maybe get. Maybe it's the blimp will show us a bit more.
Yeah, it's just such a hard track to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Mount Panorama, there's the name.
Oh, there you go. And
if you were confused while we were racing.
Oh no!
Oh no! What's happening?
It's Gerhard Berger.
Do we have to censor this?
I don't know. It does look like they're trying to mount each other, unfortunately. Oh, and it's someone.
Oh,
Is that Gilles? Is his teammate Gilles Villeneuve ahead?
that is Gilles. Yep, and
then Michael Verstappen's just he didn't
Michael
want to relinquish
Verstappen.
the lead.
yeah, they were ancillary teammates too, and
I think Samuel Jackson had already had an accident. Wouldn't surprise me. He's got.
He got on the curb. Yep. Did a nice 360 and caught it.
He did catch it.
And then he goes
and doesn't see the car that's just stationary in the middle of the road.
James Ensby wants to get a move on. And we gotta censor that. Please avert your eyes if you're under the age of 18.
We do. I feel like we need to just double check what's happened here, because the lead of the race has changed throughout all of that. So Michael Verstappen obviously got held up, but I didn't actually see anybody pass him. So presumably maybe that damage is going to cause an issue back down the hill. And yeah, he's got damage. Yeah. So there goes Richard Attenborough, and then Ted Kravitz. I think Natalie Pinkham's going to pass him as well. And I think, in case we're going to be like 10 laps behind, I think we're just going to have to get back to live and stick with it. We got
It looks like Hudson Hornet is now in second behind Richard Attenborough. This is a fantastic day for Life Finds a Way Racing, who were early championship contenders, but have kind of fallen down to sixth here. So there should be a good recovery from them.
There's Paul Disaster.
Paul Disaster in the wall.
Oh,
Jeff Goldblum spun around.
That's who I was trying to find. Hopefully we don't see anything else. Do you know what? I think we just stay on board with this lead group, and I think throughout the lap we'll see the incidents as they happen.
Probably. What a race it's been so far. We're halfway through now.
I genuinely thought this would be a bit of a calm one from some testing, but it's not turned out that way.
I mean, yeah, the top four are neck and neck right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got this battle, Heinz Harold Hill, and we've got back Marco, that's Matt Neal trying to make his way through. Michael Verstappen really should pit the amount of damage he's got, but there's no... It's a tough move. It looks like he had to make it. There's an almighty train forming here behind... I can't see anybody with a straight wing.
Heinz Harold Hill around the outside.
Oh!
Harambe!
It's been launched.
Is his legs okay? My goodness.
I don't know. That final barrier must be pretty soft. It's Flavio Briatore he's made contact with. That was probably a move he shouldn't have made. It's probably his fault there. And carries on. Go back to our race leader then.
That was the highest running championship contender already taken out. This is going to be a massive change into the in the standings today.
It is. It really is. I don't even want to begin to think, oh, Samuel Jackson again. I can't say I'm surprised. Once again, our Foxworth Autosport safety tests have not are not bearing any fruits today.
You mean the anti-safety tests?
Oh, right, yeah. No, you're right.
Ensure terrible racing.
That's probably why I'm not sure which of these are pitting because of instance.
Oh, do we have our
Probably all of
first?
them.
Do we have our first pitters yet?
I pass. I think these guys might have pitted. I think David Attenborough no, he's on that floor. I'm thinking Richard Attenborough. There's Michael Verstappen. He's going to need he's just going to need a front wing change at that stop because he's going backwards at a vast rate of knots.
Yeah, it's such a long lap. It's hard to hang it out there. This is a massive group here.
It is. I'm not sure which of these are on the same lap as each other. Polecat's going to jump a few positions here because, of course, we saw Harambe get an instant on the corner before. I think Karen Horner is probably the lead of this group. And Senna coming into the pits in the background, but again, that could be damage. We really don't know. Michael Verstappen is the cork in the bottle at the moment, obviously, because of he has got a bent front wing, so it's quite likely.
Where's Jesse Pinkman? Okay, Jesse Pinkman is still out there in 16th, and Walter White is in 12th, so that's still a good recovery for Team RV so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And with 8 more laps to go, absolutely anything could happen for any of these guys so far. Especially when you've got Michael Verstappen, who's causing this almighty traffic jam behind him. Top 5 have stayed the same so far. So Richard Attenborough, Hudson Hornet, Ted Kravitz, Natalie Pinkham and Jake Dennis. But we do expect Jake Dennis to muck. To be fair, they've gone past lap 10, so I can't see how he can muck up the strategy today.
He'll find a way.
No, that's life finds a way.
Oh, Karen Horner's going for a move. Michael Verstappen just cuts her off.
Yeah,
Let's see if she gets on the horn and taken out. The wheel's gone from Michael Verstappen's car. Karen Horner just barely makes it by.
Verstappen has gone. I mean, who was that?
Walter White is gone.
Was that Cecil?
I don't know. Yeah, they all look the same from underneath. I think it might be Cecil. Yeah.
No, it's James Ensby.
James Ensby. Oh man.
Well, he's made a big impact on the top 10 here, so we need to see what's happened.
Yeah, just loses it.
Well, he's completely lost the car. That's what's happened. But more importantly, maybe chase might be more appropriate. Michael Verstappen then makes contact.
Michael Verstappen
then
and
collects Walter White. And
yeah.
I think the rest are going to make it through. One of the
Karen
BBW
Horner
cars has got caught up there. Jesse Pinkman, obviously, with the damage, but he's carried on. Pierre Lacroix's pitted, Karen Horner's pitted, so I think these are the stops now happening.
Finally.
So Rich Attenborough coming back out in the net lead. Hudson Hornet has carried on, as has Ted Kravitz, Jake Dennis, and Han Solo. Jesse Pinkman and Han Solo going wheel to wheel here. I've never experienced anything like this in this league so far, Foxes. It's just madness. It's complete madness. I'm sure we've missed about 35 crashes, but we can only do so much. We are mere mortals.
We are only mere mortals, indeed. What a race so far. It seems whenever something seems certain, some cars flipped over in the middle of the mountain and takes out half the top 10. So don't tune away yet, even if your car is in last.
Look forward to season 2, which is a 10-race season round Bathurst.
I don't know if this is going to be the craziest race this whole season. We'll have to find out.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Only limited testing done on most of these tracks because I couldn't do all of them. Where is Hudson Hornet? There he is. So the first of our pitters was Richard Attenborough, who's currently being followed by Saf Safso, who hasn't pitted. That is technically for position, same with John Major. So here comes Hudson Hornet, Ted Kravitz, Jake Dennis, Han Solo. Han Solo hasn't pitted, so he should be next. So the head-to-head here is between Richard Attenborough and Hudson Hornet, but Richard Attenborough on that heavy fuel load's coming under pressure. It's not going to help his outlap.
No, it is not.
Hudson Hornet still stationary then, as Richard Attenborough comes around Hell Corner, which is very aptly named this year.
Hudson Hornet's out. I think he might have done it. The overcut.
He might, but don't forget, there's going to be a huge speed advantage down that main straight. Oh yeah, he's easily clear, isn't he? As is Ted Kravitz, and Jake Dennis has got the strategy right, Fox. It's happened.
Oh, how is he going to bend it today? Wasn't the strategy.
He'll find a way. Right, let's stay on board with our race leader for the moment then, Hudson Hornet. This would be a huge result for team cars. Are they actually called team cars, or they're not? Is this the
radiator
drifters,
yes.
His teammates
no drifting.
In the bits. So pretty much everybody, well not everybody, there's about 7 cars in the pits, but most of these guys with issues are back out, but crucially Martin Brundle isn't back out, so I think all the teams will be thankful for that at the moment. It does mean we've got that curveball still to come.
I just hope that his legs are still attached to his body at this point.
I mean, yeah, thankfully no real damage can be done to these drivers. So what have we got coming to the finish then? So presumably these guys are all going to make it to the end. Looks like an easy one stop.
Knock on wood.
So we've got Richard Attenborough looking to make a move on Jake Dennis here. This is for 3rd place on the field then. Cecil looking to get involved even though he's a couple of laps down. Weaving all over the place.
Very squirrely. I don't know if that's going for a move or just unstable.
I would guarantee it's unstable at this point. The issues he's been through. I mean, he's still P23, so he's still got some decent points at the moment. It's not all over for him as Fernando Alonso comes in. Spit in the background. Jake Dennis almost making contact with Richard Attenborough there. Cecil is actually in a... No, Natalie Pinkham's on a completely different lap.
Yeah. Just so funny, like, they're reacting to each other. It's just... I can't tell if it's, like, unstable car or they're reacting to each other. It's... I don't know.
It's very difficult. I mean, all the wheels look straight, which is normally the telling sign. But no, that car is definitely not right as Natalie Pinkham chucks it down the inside. Natalie Pinkham is actually currently P5, so she's chasing after Jake Dennis there.
It's a fantastic work from pit lane, or in the pit lane racing. Could see them shoot towards the top here. They're down to 19th right now.
Yeah. Richard Attenborough getting very close to Ted Kravitz for P2. Richard Attenborough seems to have the bit between his teeth. He's already made the move on Jake Dennis, and now he wants that 2nd place of Ted Kravitz so he can go after Hudson Hornet for the race win.
Indeed. Hudson Hornet looks a bit far out of his reach, though, but we'll see what he can do.
Well, he's closed the 2nd on Ted Kravitz in under a lap, so he's got great pace here. He's not had a lap in clean air, so you never know.
Not bad for a dead, really old... Sure.
No, he's done remarkably well this season, to be fair.
That's some cardboard cutouts.
That is. I switched to this because I believe a car is about to appear.
Oh, what?
Oh, that's it. Center George Trulli.
Oh my goodness.
That's a big one.
Gonna have to pay for those cars in the parking lot.
Ayrton Senna. Fortunately, I don't think anybody else was caught up in it. So, Liam on the outside. George Trulli gets out of shape, clips Ayrton Senna. And then, yeah, both of them out for another lap then.
Yeah, you get catch fencing around this track.
Oh, let's see. I think we've just seen a move for... this is 9th and 10th place. This is Jack Villeneuve making his way past Han Solo. Nicely done there. we've got Kasuma Sato off in the gravel. And it's Liam again. To be fair, both of them weaving a lot. Kasuma Sato just getting onto the grass there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We've had an incident at the top of the hill with Jackson Storm. He's been tagged from behind there, actually. And that... Oh, no, he's lost it all on his own.
Jeff Goldblum dodged the incident.
For a change, it wasn't Jeff Goldblum's fault.
Yeah, Richard Attenborough has closed down almost a second to Hudson Hornet already.
Yeah, so he's got past Ted Kravitz, which we've missed in between that. And he's definitely the quickest car on track at the moment. Or at least at that top group. Natalie Pinkham's got past Jake Dennis as well. Up into P4, so it's a great day for the pit lane reporters so far. Are they the same team? I know there's 3 pit lane guys, but are they both the same team?
Yep. Natalie Pinkman and Ted Kravitz are the same team, and then it's Martin Brundle and James Ensby. Okay,
so not such a good day for those two, who are currently P42 and P44.
Adaptable racing apparently don't adapt well to Bathurst.
No, absolutely. Good chance for Matt Neal to get some points back here. There's a lot of cars ahead of him still in the pits, so he might jump up into the 20s on this one. But yeah, 4 laps to go. Richard Attenborough chasing down. Looks like Ted Kravitz, Natalie Pinkham are closing that gap as well as Jake Dennis makes his way past a very weavy Cecil. Got Pinkman and Polecat going wheel to wheel. Down at the end of the long straight. Good racing between the pair of them, but they've got to be careful because Flavio Briatore's behind, and that normally spells trouble. Along with Liam.
I think so far my driver of the season is Jesse Pinkman. I swear every single race he bottles qualifying and then he comes right through the field. No incidents.
I feel like he's got a feeling for this series, right? He knows that you don't need to qualify at the front because chaos will normally ensue.
Yeah.
So Liam's actually a lap down on this group. But I'm sure that won't stop him getting involved. Yeah, they've got to be careful, these guys, because there's still some good points for them. We've only a couple of laps left.
Absolutely, and Flavio Briatore just had a fantastic result last week and brought him up to 6th in the championship. So he can continue his march forward.
So he could put himself in as a contender on this one, couldn't it? This battle at the front continues. Richard Attenborough's closed within 0.8 of a second. He's going to get an almighty toe on these straights now. He's really into that zone, even though there's no DRS. Ted Kravitz and Natalie Pinkham probably just need to hold station here, right? Need a bit of team orders.
Yeah, for sure. Jake Dennis hasn't bottled it yet.
No, he's put in the fastest lap of the race, but not much more than that at the moment, as Pierre Lacroix has not crashed so far.
That is Paul Disaster.
Well, this spells disaster for Lacroix then. Get ready for it. 3, 2... Oh no, he's backed out of it. Probably quite wisely there. We've got Pinkman and Polecat doing it again. A lap later. Polecat getting back past Jesse Pinkman then. Flavio Briatore will think about having a dive, and Liam's just having some fun out there, I think. As he throws it down the inside of Flavio. Oh! And he's put Flavio into a wall. That is not very sportsmanlike for a car a lap down. So Flavio Briatore now into the pits after that. That was not really tennis from Liam, considering it was a lap down.
Yeah.
But, oh god, we've got people weaving all over the place here. Jake Dennis caught up in between people that he's really not racing. Oh no, Natalie Pinkham he is. And that's Kasuma Sato and Cecil that are having to make their way past. They've got Pierre Lacroix and Heinz Howard Hill in the background, which are for position.
Indeed, yeah, you just got to keep it clean at this point. You need to take the points, Jake.
He really does need them. Papspleen's Racing have not had the run of the green compared to Memes to the Moon. I wonder if Cecil's going to play some second team games here and take out the first team driver. He could do with holding up Pierre Lacroix because Pierre Lacroix is on a charge here, and he can see Jake Dennis finally. And this would be for P5, and a welcome result for him that's had a pretty torrid season so far.
Yeah, he's down in 26, so not the worst run that we've had, but yeah, still stuck in the midfield, and this would definitely elevate him.
I feel like because of the amount of crashes I've seen him in, it seems worse than it probably is.
Yeah, I think he might have gotten a top 10 at one of the races, maybe last week in iRacing Super Speedway.
Okay, that would have helped his cause then. But this is for the race lead then.
Is that Richard Attenborough already ahead, or is that David?
So that's Richard Attenborough just ahead.
So he did make the pass.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
He did. We're the best commentators. Right, let's go on board. Let's see what's happened and where
we will be holding a vote for commentator pairing of the year for the Foxworth Autosport Fantasy League. So,
so it looks like Hudson Hornet went on the defensive incredibly early, and that's going to put him massively out of shape for that corner, and it's just going to give Richard Attenborough a great run, a slipstream, all the way down the outside. Well, I don't know why he's not picking up the slipstream again now, but you know, I'm not going to argue. He's leading the race, I guess. And almost looked like Hudson Hornet let him through there, interestingly enough. But it's just the overspeed. Oh,
that was Briatore.
No, he's just come out of the pits after Liam ruined his race. And he's now into that hell cycle that is pit crash. Oh, that's going to be Harambe. That's going to put him into the wall. Harambe all over the place.
That's revenge, because Briatore was involved in Harambe's incident.
I guess it was, and that was the leaders coming through then, so that was incredibly lucky that he didn't find himself in the wall there. But we've got to go back to our race leaders now. That's not, is it? It's Ted Kravitz. How's he done that?
Oh yes, same straight.
He's got a great run out there. Yeah, so we're on the final lap. And we got 3 cars in with a chance of winning it. Let's go on board with Hudson Hornet then. Oh, he's dropped back, so it's between these two. Ted Kravitz.
I think Hudson Hornet might got some damage.
He might have done. He might have hit a wall somewhere. He might come under pressure from Natalie Pinkham, but I think we've got to stay on board with Ted Kravitz, hunting his first win. This would be a turn up the books from the pit lane reporters. They're already in 2nd and 4th, so this is going to be a big championship swing for those, but can Ted Kravitz get the win here? In the slipstream. He's pulled out of the slipstream far too early, but he's already got the...
he's a pit lane reporter.
The run alongside. This is for the lead on the final lap, Fox.
Going into the corner.
Oh, Richard Attenborough trying to fight it back. Side by side, Ted Kravitz gets ahead.
Ted Kravitz does it!
What a move. And we got Natalie Pinkham having a look on Hudson Hornet. Is she going to throw it around the outside for a double podium? No, she's not. So Ted Kravitz is going to cross the line to take the win at round number 4. Richard Attenborough, Hudson Hornet holds on from Natalie Pinkham. Jake Dennis finally gets the strategy right. Pierre Lacroix just ahead of Heinz Harold Hill. It's going to be then Karen Horner, and we have to wait a little bit for Jack Villeneuve crossing the line in P9 and Han Solo in P10. Oh, what a race. What a race. We're going to have Jesse Pinkman coming round, just holding off Mine Polecat in P12. John Major in traffic, but on his own in P13. Saf Safso will come around the final corner to come home in P14. James Bowles P15. David Attenborough's almost half a lap behind in P16, but looks completely in a world of his own, so we'll still round off some decent points for Life Finds a Way. Harambe P17, I can't see him mucking that up on the final lap, at least I hope not. We've got Cecil, who's already crossed the line, so P18, Ayrton Senna P19, Susie Wolf P20, Fernando Alonso P21. We've got Gilles Villeneuve P22, Michael Verstappen 23, Flavio Briatore might be P24 at 3. He's still struggling to get round there. But I can see the guys... Actually, Michael Verstappen Verstappen will finish ahead. And the car behind Flavio Briatore has already seen the checkered flag, so thankfully I think he will finish this race, even though I think he's about to have a massive crash and does.
Oh no.
He flips off his front wing. Luckily the guys behind have finished. And he can afford not to finish this lap and he would still be P24. But he's making it very difficult for himself, as he has a massive crash with Pierre Lacroix.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, that's Heinz Harold Hill.
Heinz Harold Hill.
No.
And that's one of the... Is that Paul Disaster or Matt Neal?
I don't know. They've all finished, I think, so I don't think it's going to make any difference to the standings.
On the cool down lap. Shades of Vettel and
there's Fabio getting completely out of shape. There goes Heinz Harold Hill. Into a multiple barrel roll and lands it if it wasn't clipping. Oh, and I think you're right. I think Matt Neal might have got caught up right at the end. And I think it was Paul Disaster. No idea. Anyway, we will work out the standings after that absolutely bonkers race. But a final word on that one, Fox.
Yeah, just crazy race, and somehow the insanity continued past the checkered flag there. Well, let's take a look at the standings here, and the top 5 are still in the top 5. Pulu and Cecil remain at the top 2 spots, but David Attenborough and Matt Neal fall down the order a little bit, and Karen Horner does come up a bit. But really what we see here is just that accordion effect starting to take effect. So from Pulu all the way down to Hudson Hornet is just one race win and one last place between them. So anyone could really win this championship whenever it comes down to it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to get closer and closer, and there's going to be plenty more twists and turns during this Drivers' Championship, and that doesn't even get started on the Constructors then. So Memes to the Moon fire themselves to the front. Life finds a way, have a much improved race to now be the major challengers to Memes in the Moon. BBW dropped from our leaders all the way throughout down to P3, but they're still in touch. And it's your 2 teams, Fox, Team Principals and Gentlemen Racers, that are 4th and 5th. El Clasico P6 in the pit lane racing, shooting up to P7. Shooting up to P7 after that great race for both their drivers. Then S&M, Falcon and Radiator Drifters round out the top 10. But yeah, I mean, even that Constructors, considering there's 175 points available per race?
I believe it's 190.
190. So
yeah, 190.
I would say everybody apart from Life Could Find a Way, GP Racing, are in with a shout of that title so far.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if they get a 1-2 right there, I mean, they're kind of shooting right back up towards the top again. But yeah, just haven't seen anything from Samuel L. Jackson and Jeff Goldblum to really, think that they could do that.
Really? No, I've seen very little. I feel bad for Liam. I don't as much because his other team is right up there challenging for the title, but I feel bad that it's those 2 drivers that have such a rich volume of stuff we can pull on to make fun of them. That are right down the back, but yeah, this just shows, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and then of course Dank's team, Madonna Racing and Forense Racing, 18th and 21st, and both Geordie teams 19th and 20th. So just some bad luck out there, but yeah, there's still 6 rounds to go, and anything can happen.
Absolutely. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see how things go for the next race. But yeah, just goes to show, Fox, it's wide open and every reason for you guys to watch the remaining 6 rounds in this championship, because I don't think anyone's really out of this. So we'll be in Imola next time for maybe a more straightforward race, but based on what we've seen so far in this championship, I would be very surprised if that's what we see again. But yeah, hope you guys did well. If they didn't, as you know by now, they very much could do next time. So thank you as always for joining me, Fox. I hope you enjoyed that one.
Absolutely. What a race. What a race.
Yep. I have more and more belief in this format as it goes on. One that I thought would be a bit more calm was probably the craziest race of the season. So yeah, do join us next time in Imola, guys. Thank you as always for watching, and we'll see you again next time.